All right, welcome back to the channel, everybody. I hope everybody's having a great time. We're doing a little bit of streaming today, and we're streaming through multiple platforms. So I want to make sure that we're doing good before I get into anything. Let me just come here to YouTube very quickly and see what's going on here. And all right, so let's switch channels. I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. If this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe on YouTube as well. And if it's, not your first time here, you've been doing this, you've been coming here every now and then, hey, go ahead and put a comment and let me know where you're watching from. That will be very, very cool, especially if you're watching on Amazon. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to put my, link on the YouTube comment. It's going to be pinned up there to the comment. If you click there, you can come here into Amazon and you can spend some time here with us as well. Let me make sure the audio is good. Audio is good on YouTube. There's also going to be an idea link in YouTube that if you go down into the description, if you're watching later on, some of the products are going to be there. Right now that I covered that, let me jump here into Amazon. Big shout out to all you guys. Make sure you hit that follow. There's gonna be, my name down there right next to it. It's gonna say follow. You can smash the follow, and again, I definitely appreciate that. We're gonna talk about a bunch of different products in here, and again, yeah, subscribe. Put a comment there. Let me know where you're watching from as well. The first thing I'm gonna get into it is gonna be this table. Love this table. Been using it for quite a while, and I think it's just fantastic. So I'm gonna give you definitely a look on the table.
Biggest things that I want to upgrade this year was my table, and I just got this. Now, some of you guys may want to get this to put in a garage like a workbench, like it's supposed to. It's going to work just fantastic. The quality of this table is amazing, and I'm going to tell you the price is ridiculous. The price is completely ridiculous, right? It's really inexpensive for what you get. Now, me personally, I got this table to be an office desk, right? And I used it to create videos as well. Now, it comes in a package that is really, really heavy. So keep that in mind. If you're an older person or somebody with some type of disability, putting this together may be difficult for you because the box weighs a lot. This table is not light by no means. So definitely get somebody to help you out to build it. Now, I did this and I put this inside here with the help of my son. And again, it was very beneficial for him to help me because, like I say, this thing is pretty heavy. When you look at it, the material and the way that it looks is beautiful. It's actually a really beautiful table. The color is not your typical black or chrome or anything like that. It has a different color, which I don't even know what color is that. But again, it looks great. Top is going to be a wood piece and it's solid. And in fact, I'm going to switch it right here for you guys to see it, right? This is the top right here. This thing is solid. One of the reasons why I got it like this is because obviously I do product reviews and things like that. And I like to be able to show it and have a beautiful background in the back, right? So again, this top right here is just really, really beautiful. Again, the finish in this thing is kind of like glossy and it's just really nice. Okay, so it's going to be 72 inches long, which is great. I have so much space here as I'm using it as a desk. It's going to be 25 inches that way deep, which again, to me is more than enough for a desk that I'm using here in my studio. It's just plenty enough. And again, it's going to have a 2,000-pound capacity, which is insane. 2,000 pounds is a lot. I'm not going to try it out because obviously I'm not using this for a workbench. But again, it's definitely a lot. I got my monitor, I got my computer. Back here, I have my cameras, my lights. Everything is attached to this, and it's doing just fine. Now, the package is outstanding. The way that it comes packaged is wow, really, really good. Unfortunately, one of the rails was a little bit bent, and I don't even understand how because, like I said, the package is fantastic. But you know what? It doesn't really matter. It's underneath the desk. Nobody can see that, right? It does come with all the tools that you needed to put it together, and I was actually surprised because the range that you use is pretty decent. So again, beautiful table. So far, I have it here in my studio. It's doing really, really fantastic. I think if you want to use this for a garage, it's going to do great. I think if you want to use this for an office as an office desk and put multiple monitors and things like that, you have so much space. I think it's going to be a good choice. One thing that I want to mention, just in case you're using this like me, I'm attaching cameras and lights and all that. The rails that are below the countertop right here, one of them is really close to the edge. So what that means is that if you have cameras, lights, you really can put that clamp and clamp it down, right? So you will have to do that only in the side that is the front of the desk. So what I did was that I reversed the desk. Actually, this section right here is supposed to be the back. That section right there is supposed to be the front. But I did that so I could have enough space to be able to clamp all this stuff right here because, like I said, the rails being so close to the edge. Overall, beautiful table. Love it, love it. For the money that I pay for this, is one of my favorite things over here in the studio.
I'm telling you, nowadays, these tables are great. Nowadays, these tables are very, very good. Let me move this out of the way. There we go. These tables are great. Again, you could go for your typical standard, office table or something like that. This is actually a garage table, like I say in the video. And I dig it. I think I dig it. And it's not super expensive or anything like that. You can see it right here, $301. 72 by 25. So it's not super wide or anything. 25 inches. So I could legitimate touch the other side, right? But again, they just do so well. And I don't even use the whole desk. I have about maybe a good 20 inches that way that I just, maybe it's not a good idea because I put a bunch of crap in there that maybe would be nice to have. It kind of feels disorganized sometimes. But again, it's an awesome table, really awesome table. And there's so many different choices. You see some of the choices in here? Just to give you a look, like look at this right here, right? This is 60-inch, 60 by 24. And let's see if this guy, I don't know what this, all right. So if you're trying to use like a mobile kind of setup, this will be pretty cool too as well. You can see how you can raise it, you can bring it down. Again, these tables are really, really great. You can see that right there. So again, it's up to you what you want to do with. Maybe you want to go for your standard, I guess your standard office desk, or maybe you want to go for something like this. It is what it is. Me personally, I love this. Uh, you know, Again, 2,000 pound capacity table for the garage. I love to use it as a regular table. So let me show you the computer that I've been using. Big shout out to everybody that is watching. Of course, if you're watching on YouTube, hit that follow, or not follow on YouTube. Hit that subscribe. If you're watching here on Amazon, go ahead and hit that follow right below the video. If you're watching on YouTube and you want to come back here, there's going to be a link right there for you to come back into this side right here. So all right, so we're gonna jump into my computer that I'm using for streaming. Check it out. So recently I got this computer to edit 4K videos because the old one that I have, it just took a little bit too long. And I'm going to tell you, this computer is fantastic. This is a 2021 Apple MacBook Pro, 16 inches. It's going to have the N1 Pro chip, and it's going to have 1 terabyte of memory. It's becoming one of my favorite computers that I ever had. It's amazing what I could do. I have it docked into my station. I'm running 2 monitors. I'm running an XLR microphone with a Wave XLR audio interface. I'm running a video camera mixer with 2 cameras. I mean, the amount of stuff that I have connected to this is fantastic. Like I said, it's docking to a station. I have 2 different external memories connected to it as well. I mean, this thing goes through his spaces every single day. I do a lot of social media, so I do a lot of videos as well. So I'm constantly editing 4K videos. I'm constantly doing 360 videos as well, and videos for other platforms that I work on. And I'm going to tell you, it does really, really fantastic. I also do a lot of streaming as well on different platforms, and it's doing really, really fantastic. Again, it has a 16 core GPU, and to me, it has been really well. I mean, I haven't really have any issues for the kind of work that I do. It is obviously expensive, but again, you do get what you get for the money that you spend. There are different sizes. Obviously, I got the 16-inch. As far as I know, this is the biggest one. There's also an N1, and there's also an N1 Max, which is going to be above. Obviously, depending on which one you get, it's going to be how much money you're going to pay for it. I got mine in space gray, as you can see, and I'm going to tell you, I love the color. One thing that I would tell you that is a lot different that I noticed right away, other than I can edit 4K video with no issues and 360, is the battery. I'm going to tell you, this thing lasts for a really long time. They say up to 21 hours, and I'm willing to say that it's a long time. I constantly find myself thinking, wow, I haven't charged this computer and it's still going on. It does have several ports. I know in the past Apple have taken that away, but it does have an SDXC port to download videos and things like that. It does have an HDMI port as well. It has Thunderbolt 4. It has a headphone jack. and it has a couple other things in there. To me, that's really fantastic. Again, I love the fact that I could dock this, and there's a couple different docking stations that you could utilize. I have one right here that I'm showing you, and again, this one is doing okay for now. So again, this is my 2021 Apple MacBook Pro 16-inch. I have it for weeks by now. I put it through a lot of work with what I do to here, and I'm gonna tell you, I love it. I got it for a long time by now, not a couple weeks. I got it for a long time right now, sitting right there, stage in my staging setup. Love this thing. This thing is awesome. It's like the the brains of the operation. Let me give you a quick look right now, and actually, it's a little bit cheaper now. It used to be a little bit more expensive, but if you see it right here, this is what you got. It's what you got, people. You get in two different colors as well. Figure out this color right here. It looks to me like it's cheaper. Let's see, 1 terabyte. Yeah, yeah. You look at about $100 and something cheaper. I mean, I don't care about the color. Some people do. Space Grays is a little bit more. And obviously, I got the one Apple M1 Pro right here. If you go to the M1 Max, which is like insanely faster, you could get it for 20. Look at this, 29.97 on this one, right? But then if you go to the silver one, now it's the opposite. It's $200 more almost. That's crazy. That's truly crazy. So again, I would go, if money is not an issue, definitely go for the max because you're gonna see a lot more. But again, it is what it is. Sometimes money is an issue and you cannot spend that much money. Now, if you don't want to spend a lot of money, I'm gonna show you how I got this docking here. But if you don't want to spend a lot of money and you want to get into that ecosystem of essentially, let's see, Apple, you could go for something like this. This is about 400 and something bucks. I use this computer, guys. I use this computer all the time. I got it here. I produce so many videos with this computer, hundreds of videos, maybe 5, 6, 1,000 videos. I don't know. It was insane the amount of videos. I built a whole YouTube channel with this. And again, if you're not editing 4K footage, you're gonna do just fine. Really, just fine. You could buy a used refurbished for $333. That's insane. That's truly insane. And I don't know if you know this, but Amazon has a program that if you don't like it in 90 days, you return it. So that is amazing. And according to this, let's see. Gotta put my glasses on. So again, that is really, really good. You look at that right there. And let's jump into something else. It comes with 80% battery. And if you see mine right here, I want to give you a quick look. Just so you guys can see it. Around there. You see you have your standard ports. Maybe here. Oh, there we go. You have your standard computer right there. You have your standard HDMI, USB. You have a card for you to be able to, download pictures. You can see it right there. I mean, this thing is awesome. I have used it for a long time, and it works just fine. Again, if you're looking for something that you want to get into the ecosystem of, Apple, you could edit videos and things like that because it does have iMovies and all that. I'm telling you, that thing is freaking awesome. It's freaking awesome. The only reason why I update is because the simple fact that in my case, I needed to edit 4K videos, and I do this full time, and I really needed to, spice it up. I needed to go faster. If you do this as a hobby, or if you just like to check your Facebook, watch movies and things like that, this computer is awesome. I use it all the time. Big shout out to everybody that is watching. If you're watching on Amazon, hit that follow, guys. Hit that follow. Let me know what you think. And I'm going to show you how I got this computer dock right here. This thing is awesome. This thing is truly awesome. So let me give you a look. So I got a 2021 Apple MacBook Pro that I run and I love. And I wanted to dock it into my station. And this is where this hyperdrive came to play. So essentially, I'm running two different monitors. I'm also running an XLR microphone with a Wave XLR audio interface. I got an 18 mini, which is a mixer for cameras. I got a Stream Deck Elgato, which allows me to bring lower thirds and a bunch of other stuff here into my video productions and things like that. Like I said, two different monitors as well. I do got a couple different memory hard drive, one that is 12 terabytes and another one that is 2 terabytes. So again, this computer usually gets docked into this. So it's very, very simple. I come into my office, I place my computer on the stand, everything turns on, I'm ready to record, I'm ready to produce videos and all that. If I want to work at a different location, I just undo it and I go to a different location. That's one of the great things about something like this, the hyperdrive 10 in 2 USB-C docking. So essentially, this thing allows you to do all that I'm talking about, right? You could run monitors with no issues. You could even connect it to the internet. I haven't done that, but again, you could do that as well. So again, what this is offering to a lot of you guys out there is just the comfort to be able to sit down in your office and to be able to connect two simple things into your computer, and now your computer is able to operate all these things, right? You don't have to mess with the cables, you don't have to connect a bunch of cables. It's just a cable coming out of the docking station connected to the computer and you're ready to go. I'm going to tell you, I have this for Wix right now and I love it. So, anyways, that thing is awesome. That thing is awesome because I tell you what, a lot of times what you want to do is that you just want to like set up a computer and oh, let me take it back. What I wanted to do was to set up the computer and have two monitors. I have two monitors right here. And I wanted to have it in a way that if I'm done working here, because you know, sometimes I have back pain and I want to go and sit down in my couch, I could bring my computer and continue to work. Right. So it's so much different than having desk computer where it's always stuck there. No, what you do is that you buy a laptop, you buy a docking station, you buy your keyboards, your mouse, and all that. And when you sit down here, you connect and boom, let it be light. Right, everything is ready to go. I love it. I think it's amazing. I really think it's amazing. By the way, utilize that port, the Ethernet cable, because it does make the internet a little bit faster. Right, really a little bit faster. So again, being pretty much a big fan of it. I am running two monitors. I'm only going to show you one here because I kind of like this one. This one is essentially a widescreen, and if you haven't done any widescreen, monitors or anything like that, run button. This is kind of cool. If you don't want to, especially if you don't want to run more than one monitor, right? If you want to run one, this could be a good choice. They sell them in different kits, in different sizes. 29, I believe 34, maybe 32. You can see some of the selection right there. I got the 29, and again, I love that it's so wide because I could usually open everything that I have right here, and then I got space here to open files and work from it. And I kind of like that, right? Really kind of like that. I got to set up in the desk just like this. You see, you got a couple HDMIs in there. And again, for the price, not bad at all. Not bad at all. So again, if you're looking for a monitor that is not going to break the bank, this may be a good one for some of you guys out there. Now, if you decide to do this, you decide to put a computer, you decide to have monitors, you're going to need a keyboard, you're going to need a mouse. So I'm going to show you my keyboard. I have this for over a year already, and I'm going to give you a quick look. And hopefully I find it. All right, let me get the video ready for you guys. I don't know what happened there. And again, this one has been with me for, I want to say, a good year and above. All right, so it's going to get kind of funky, but work with me. And at Okay, so I've been using the Logitech MX key, this thing right here, this keyboard for quite a while, and I tell you, I love it. I think it's gonna be a year since I got it, and again, really, really love it. Love my setup right here, how I work here. I got two monitors, my computer is kind of docked right here, as you can see right here, and then obviously I need a keyboard and I need a mouse, which I am gonna show you today, right? But again, the Logitech MX key, it comes for Apple as well as Windows, so make sure you get the right one. But I gotta tell you, this thing is so amazing. And I'm going to give you a couple details on this right here so you could have an idea. First of all, you see the color, right? The color is just like my computer, have that space gray color, and it matched so perfectly. And just giving you a quick look, this is kind of how I sit here in my desk. And you could get it in different colors as well. I like this one, obviously matches my computer. But also, if you notice, this is going to be the full-size keyboard. Now, they do sell one that is the shorty right here. You don't have this numbers right here or anything like that. But again, I wanted to get the full size because obviously this is going to be sitting here in my computer. It feels like quality. The moment that you get it, you're going to understand that this feels like quality. The moment that you touch it, the moment you start typing, the moment you pick it up, it's actually quite heavy as well. So the moment you pick it up, everything feels like quality. And like I say, I have had it for a year and so far has been good. Now, there's a couple things that are really cool with this keyboard. And the biggest thing is that if you have a Mac, it does integrate with the Mac really well. I use this keyboard with my Apple MacBook M1 Pro, but it's designed also for MacBook Air, iMac, and iPad models as well. In fact, this section right here allows you to connect to 3 different devices via Bluetooth. So really easy. You can click device 1, 2, and 3. Again, it depends how you have it set up. Maybe you have an iPad here in your desk as well. You could be typing in your computer and just easily press number 2. Now you can start typing in your iPad. So again, it does integrate via Bluetooth to 3 different devices. And the cool thing is that if you go for the matching mouse, this one right here that I've been utilizing for a year as well, it does the same thing. Now I'm going to give you a closer look here to the keys. And as you can see, as you see this key, it does have like a little circle you could tell right there on camera. So anyways, when you put your fingers there, that fit perfectly, right? So when you're typing, it just feels so good because your finger automatically goes to that spot right there, right? So if you're one of those persons that type all day long, you're going to be able to type so much better than your standard keyboard out there. Also, it's a little bit lift up. So as you're typing, it feels a little bit higher. And that has to do with the back right here. This part right here allows the keyboard to lift up just a little. It does have smart illumination as well. So what it is that the keys are going to be backlit. So the moment that you approach the keyboard, it's just going to happen. And again, it's going to be USB-C charge. I tell you what, it lasts for a long time because I barely charge this thing and it's usually working. Obviously, it comes with the box. Obviously, it comes with the cable to charge it. All the stuff that you need, standard thing. Now, one thing that I say is that it's compatible with Mac. And again, it works pretty well. So it has the buttons that typically Mac keyboard has. So like if I press this button right here, the F3, all the little screens are going to open up and all that. Now I'm seeing here on my screen, I'm seeing everything open up, right? All the applications that I got open. If I press on it again, it just stopped. Standard things that keyboard do on the Mac, right? Like this right here is the volume. Obviously, you could stop and you can play video as well. You have all the standard things that usually is here on a keyboard, right? Also, if you download some software, you could customize some of the keys. I haven't done that, but I know that it's possible as well. So again, I have had this keyboard for about a year already, and I'm going to tell you, it has been great. The battery lasts a long time. It's easy to type. It's easy to use. It looks great on my desk. So far, I got to tell you, after a year using it, I really enjoy it. All right, so I tell you, I love that a lot, but I got the mouse before getting that. So let me just show you the mouse right here. You can see it right there. Let me highlight it here in the carousel as well. And again, love this thing too. I love the whole setup where the mouse and the keyboard and the computer, the way that it's set up. I love how I got this set up, by the way. Really, really do. So again, it's going to be the Logitech MX Master 3. It's going to be about $119. I've seen it a little bit cheaper than that. Make sure you get the right one. It's either going to be Apple or Windows. Obviously, you got the regular clickies right here. The thing go up and down. Has some friction here that you could release. You see this right here. 2 more buttons in here and 1 down here that could be customized as well. There's 2 right here could be customized. I love this because, when you hold it ergonomically, it feels really, really good. And obviously, I do a lot of editing. So for productivity, going left to right in the editing bar, it's nice to go like this with this right there and be able to get it done, right? So I love that about it. Obviously, it connects to 3 different devices, just like the keyboard, and charges with USB-C. And I tell you, it lasts forever because I barely charges this. I barely charges this, and it works, right? So again, that's going to be the mouse right there. We're going to jump into a couple other things. If you wanted to live stream, you need a microphone, you need a couple other things. I'm going to show you the headphones that I got right here, the Sony MDR 7506. Obviously, I got them right here, and you can see it. I'm using it now to monitor my audio. I'll tell you what, for $80, $81 is amazing. Really, really amazing. It's one of the best headphones out there. It's not really designed for music. It's more for voice, podcasting, video productions, and things like that. A lot of people use them, and a lot of people love them. So again, don't miss out on this. They are really, really fantastic. Now, let me explain something to you guys. If you're trying to get, and again, if you guys got questions, put it in the comments. If you're watching on Amazon, go ahead and hit that follow. Let me know what you think. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. Come over here or put a comment. I can see comments on YouTube as well. I'm going to give a big shout out to Charlie. He said hi. So hi to you, sir. And let's do this right here. There we go. So big shout out to you, Charlie. Hello. And if you got any questions, put it. If you're watching on, Amazon, put a comment there. as well, and I talk to you guys, right? So again, um, let me remove this. So really, if you're gonna bring a camera into a setup like this, you're gonna need a video capture card. Now, I'm gonna give you two choices in here. One is gonna be like really inexpensive. I actually got three of this, and I love this so much. Really, really love this so much. You can kind of see it right here, right? And essentially HDMI to your computer, or this to your computer, HDMI to your camera. If the camera has a clean HDMI, whenever you pick whatever device you're gonna pick to stream or to record, you just pick this as a video source, and it's gonna be right there, right? Really, really right there. In fact, I'm just going to show you this real quick. I'm going to go ahead and open, because I want to show you the other one that I have. I'm going to go ahead and open this up. I'm going to open my camera. When it comes to a cell phone, you do need a camera that is clean HDMI. And this is what I'm going to do just to show you guys. You see this right here? Let me grab it. Got this little thing right here that I just got. So now I have my cable connected with the same video capture card, right? Got a little dongle right here. And look at this. I'm going to grab this, put it right here. And there we go. Now I'm going to put it in the right frame, of course. And I think right there. Yeah, right there works. I think it works right there. Then we're going to switch to that. And let's see. All right. So we good right there. Sorry, I pressed the wrong button. So now we're going to come to here. And let's make sure that it's in the right rotation. Sometimes it could be a pain in the butt. All right. All right. He's playing with me right now. Let me see something. Hmm. Try to find the right camera. Selfie. No. There we go. Usually, of course, I will have this set up before, right? So, but because we're doing it live and I'm using my cell phone, I'm kind of showing you some of the things here that what you can do. So, all right. So, look at this. This right here to me is amazing, right? Because now what we could do is that I actually got a 3 camera set up. So I have camera 1 right there, right? You're looking at me. I got camera 2 right here, which is my overhead. And I wanted to get another camera just to bring a couple close-ups. Sometimes I want to show you here something on the desk, and this camera is already on that position, right? Like I can't move it. So I decided to, get that little video capture card and go ahead and, get a little flexible cell phone mount, and now I could connect it right here. So now I got camera 3. Just got to make sure I don't touch it, right? So again, this is going to be the 18 mini, and I love this thing. Really love this thing. So essentially what you have here is that you have 4 different camera. I still can connect something else. So I'm going to go from camera 1, camera 2, camera 3, right? Look how nice I switched to that. Also, you could bring audio in different cameras as well, right? Like you could connect the audio right here. And in fact, in church, what we used to do was that we would turn the audio in the other cameras and turn the audio in camera 1 with a lavalier, or not a lavalier, wireless microphone, and bring audio like that into the stream, right? But this thing is great. This is an 18 mini. Fantastic. I am going to give you a look so you can have an idea, right? And I have a couple different cameras that are attached to this wonderful thing called the 18 Mini. And I'm going to tell you, I have had this for a couple years, and I'll tell you what, I'm really, really fantastic. Now, this is going to be the lowest one. They do have an ISO. They do have one that is called the Extreme. They do have one that is called the Pro, and depends which one you get. It's going to be the capabilities that you're going to get, right? So I have used this here in the studio. I also used this in a church. We were able to live stream and again use multiple different cameras. So not only you could live stream, but you could use this to actually record videos faster. So I'm going to tell you, this is camera 1 right here, right? Now, camera 2 is up here, as you can see, and you can see how easily I'm switching that, right? I'm going camera 2, camera 3, but I also can step it up a little bit and add up an iPad, I could add up a computer, I also can add up a phone. In fact, I got my phone right here. It's also connected to the mini. So if I go to input 3 right here, look at what happened, right? So now I got input 1, hello, input 2, hello, input 3, hello, and I still have one more input. So that allows you to be able to be consistent, be able to record videos a little bit faster. As you can see, I'm switching to cameras with no issues, right? Let's say, for example, I'm trying to do a video and I want to review this mouse, which is fantastic, right? So I want to kind of, say hello to you guys. Hello, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to review this mouse right here. I want to kind of give you a club cell, but then I want to give you an overhead, right? I could just simply bring it over here to my overhead camera, press this, and now I could be showing you this. So at no point I have to change my cameras, redo my frame or anything like that. Everything is already set up. I could jump into my cell phone right here. Now I could kind of give you a different look. Maybe I want to show you how it works right here. Again, just a different picture. You can use your imagination and be creative. Obviously, if you have different cameras, it's going to be a little bit different quality, but if you have the same camera, like I got 1 and 2, you're probably going to have kind of like the same quality. So essentially, you're going to have 4 different input. Now I'm in input 3, which is my cell phone. And like I say, input 1, you see it right here, input 2, input 3, right? You're going to have the ability to have different audio sources. So for example, in church, we used to have a wireless microphone attached to camera 1, and then we would turn the audio on camera 1, but then the other camera audio was off. So the whole audio was coming from the pastor, everything is off. So you have the ability to kind of mess with each camera. You can mess with the audio as well. You do have 2 3.5 mic inputs out there. Obviously, this is going to be HDMI back there, and it's going to connect via a USB-C, right? You have a little bit of different cuts that you could do right here, and you do have picture in picture. I'm going to show you that real quick, and you can see picture in picture right there. I'm here, hello, and then you can see me on the left, and I could actually change that right there, right? So again, you could do picture in picture like that. Usually you get camera 2, so now you have camera 2 right here. I'm going to go to picture in picture, and then I could be doing a review where I'm showing you this, but you can still see me in the top left corner, as you can see me right there, right? Same thing you can see right here. I'm showing you the 18 mini, and then you can see me right there on the bottom. Again, this is not being edited or anything like that. The system is doing it for me right away. So it's going to save me a lot of time in editing, which is fantastic. As you can see, it's on the picture in picture, and I'm right there on top. Like I said, 3.5 inputs in the back, and you can kind of see it right there. And it does come with software that you could kind of mess with. So again, I have had this 18 mini for a while already, couple years by now. I tell you, for the price, it's fantastic. One thing that you have to consider is that if you bring cameras into a setup, the cameras need to be clean HDMI, right? So you don't see all the little things and things like that on the camera. So it needs to be clean HDMI, but also remember that the 18 minutes not only a mixer, it's also a video capture card, right? So you don't have to buy a capture card separately or anything like that. Once you plug it via HDMI, you have that video capture card. The computer's going to recognize your camera, and then you have the ability to switch up to 4 different cameras. So far, this thing is awesome. I use it every single day as I produce content, and it saved me so much time. I just love it. I'm telling you. Wow. I'm bad with the buttons today. I'm telling you, that thing is awesome. That thing is so awesome. It's great. Really, really great. I've been using it for years, by the way, years, and it has been really fantastic. Let me continue here. Let me give a big shout out to everybody that is watching. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. And if you're watching here on Amazon, you guys are great. You guys are really great. So I definitely appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right. So you guys saw me using my cell phone right now. I had to use a little dangle just like this. And these things are amazing. It's going to be listed there in the carousel. Obviously, you're going to have the ability to install an HDMI right there. Just put it in there, right? And then what I like about it is that you could put a charging as well. You want to be able to charge it, because if you use this to watch TV or something like that, project your cell phone into the TV, and you don't charge it, you're just going to have issues, right? Definitely going to have issues. So then connect this to the phone, and it works. That's simple. It's that simple. Nothing else, right? I usually use my cell phone here on the string. As you guys can see, I'm going to go ahead here, connect my cell phone, and now I can come here to this camera, go to camera 3, and you kind of see this around showing you my desk right now, right? I have a video capture card connected to this as well, right? So it's very simple. Again, if you're looking for something like that, I know there's a lot here in the market. I just can tell you from some of the ones in the markets that we have to this one. This is the one from Apple, and this one seems to be pretty decent in my opinion, right? So again, that's gonna be that. If you're looking for that, let me just kind of jump into some of the things that I have right here. This is gonna be the Rode Pop mic that I'm using. This microphone is fantastic, really, really fantastic. I am gonna give you a look. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and fanboy over these microphones because I like them, and I have used them pretty much since they came out. And I got two of them, as you can see right here, and they are just really, really fantastic. The Rode Pop mic, and I'm gonna tell you, for the price that you pay for this, is really, really good. Now, first of all, they look fantastic. I'm gonna show you some B rolls right here, so you can see the B rolls and you can see how it looks. But essentially, as you're doing videos and things like that, as you can see me right here, you could kind of see the style, right? It's really pleasing through the video. It looks really well, and it just looks like a really good microphone. Now, if you want to use something like this, which is really inexpensive, and you want to have it kind of like this, you could use it that kind of setup as well. It's going to be up to you. Again, I have used both sizes, and I think, having an arm like this to me is really nice. I like this a lot, but there's some cases where I got to use this, and that's why I bought this as well. But again, you could use it however you want to, arm or desk stand and anything like that. But the cool thing about it is that, as you can see right here, it already has a mount that you could connect to your arm or to your desk stand. So essentially, you don't have to pay a lot of money extra. Some microphones, you got to buy the microphone, then you got to buy a way to a stand to connect it to a desk mount or an arm. So that's kind of included in there. That is really fantastic. Now, you could buy the microphone alone, or you could buy them, they actually sell them to you in different configurations with headphones and things like that. That's going to be your choice. Obviously, it's going to be an XLR microphone, and you can see that right there. That's an XLR cable. So you are going to need some kind of XLR audio interface. And again, don't be scared about that. They are really inexpensive in some cases, and they are really expensive in other cases. It's essentially how much money you want to spend is going to be up to you. So right now, I'm using an XLR from Elgato, and I really enjoy. Again, this is going to be more of a broadcasting kind of microphone. It's going to be more into, podcasters, streamers, gamers, and things like that. Not so much for like singing or anything like that, or instrument. That you should be utilizing a different microphone for that. Like I say, it's going to have a mount, but not also a mount. It's also going to have a pop filter in the internal. So a lot of times you see guys with microphone and then they have that pop filter. In this case, it's already going to be included, which is really kind of nice. And again, it doesn't alter the design or anything like that of the microphone. One thing that I will mention is that it's pretty heavy. So again, if you're going to get an arm like this, make sure you get an arm that is going to be able to support a microphone that is heavier, because it is really heavier. Now, if you get something like this, it doesn't matter. I mean, the desk is going to hold it, no problem about it. And again, it integrates with other systems out there. If you have a Rodecaster Pro or Rodecaster Pro 2 that just came out, they do have some stuff in there, software that is going to allow you to increase the quality of the audio out of this microphone. So it is compatible with some of the Rode products that are out there. I'm going to tell you, it's built like a tank. So once you get it, you're going to realize it quickly. It is a pretty tough, heavy construction microphone. So again, don't be surprised when you get it that you're going to be like, wow, it feels really, really good, and it feels well made. Again, you've been listening to my voice. This is how it sounds. I did not process the audio in this video at all, but starting right now, I am processing the audio. So this is kind of what you can hear. You can see that the audio got a little bit better, and I did that just by utilizing Final Cut Pro, removing some of the background noise and enhancing my voice just a little bit. So again, you saw the beginning where the audio was not processed, and now you see how the audio is processed. So you could definitely make it better if you have the right software. So far, I love it. I think the gray for the price is fantastic for somebody trying to start a podcast or starting to do YouTube videos or something like that, and it doesn't really want to spend a crazy amount of money. It used to be where it was really expensive to do this, but nowadays, I'm telling you, nowadays it's getting so much better. You don't have to spend crazy amount of money, which is, it's fantastic. Like, even I was talking to a couple of my friends, even doing like streams back in 2013 when I was streaming a lot on YouTube. It was a little bit complicated, but now you have things like this that Elgato. Look at this. I'm going to show you this. I mean, the things that I'm doing here. You could do so many different things with this thing. It just makes the entire stream so much better. Really, it does make it so much better. So let me show you the Elgato right here, highlighted in the carousel. Again, it's always nice to be able to get some stuff in see it right there. Let's see. Come on. Really, really. That's how we want to do it today. That's how we want to do it today. Nah. There we go. All right. So there's the Elgato right there. This thing is awesome. Like I said, you see me pressing buttons, and it's just really, really good setup, right? So you could buy it on 32 like it's this. You could buy it also on essentially 15. You could buy it in 6, I believe, as well. And it's just nice. It's nice to be able to bring different components into the string, and it doesn't really cost that much money, right? It really doesn't. It makes the string so much better, right? So again, one of those things that I've been loving it. I think it's fantastic. And if you want to increase the value of your string, it's something that you can do, right? You can make the string so much better, guys. I just connected my cell phone and did that. You see, it's better to be able to bring more components into a string, into a video. And there's so many different ways you could do it. It's just amazing. So again, the Elgato, to me, is one of the best things out there. Highly recommend it if you get a streaming set up, if you get a video set up, highly recommend it. Let me jump into audio interface. Obviously, I got this right here. I'll show you the video. Love this thing, but you got to have an audio interface, and I got one from Elgato as well. I paid for this with my own money, so just via advice. Okay, so I'm just going to do a quick unboxing on the Wave XLR, show you what comes in the box. We're going to test it out for a while and then come back with another video. But again, just wanted to give you a quick unboxing. Obviously, this is going to be a microphone interface, digital mixing solution from Elgato, and it's a company that is very popular for streaming devices and stuff like that. I'm not a stranger to Elgato. I have used their Stream Deck and things like that. So again, this is kind of what you have right there. You can see it right there. You can see how you could do a digital mix in there as well. So let's go ahead and open this up and see how this is packed and it comes in the box. You can see it right there. This is kind of like the box, really well packed, looks really nice. So let's take this out. Again, I don't want to like pull it from here, so we're gonna find a different way. But you have this compartment right here, or this information right here, which again is gonna have a cable. The cable feels pretty decent. It looks like it's a USB A to USB C. Also, it's gonna have some paperwork, and you can kind of see the paperwork. Really decent book too. It feels pretty thick. So again, some paperwork right there. And let's take this out. It's a little bit tight in there, so be very, very careful when you take it out. So it's out. Obviously, we're gonna unwrap it here for you guys and give you a quick look. It has a pretty decent weight already. You can see that it's sealed right there. All right, so let's put this to the side right here and just take a quick look right there. So you can see right there, you have the microphone, you have the headphones. I think this is a combination of both. You also have your 48 volts. Obviously, if you have a condenser microphone, you're going to have there. You're going to have some branding here, Wave XLR, and you're going to have this nut that it feels pretty good. It really feels a little wobble there, but feels pretty decent. If you press on it, you could kind of feel it, and then you will go through it different settings as well. Obviously, you have the lights right here, which it looks really nice. Back here on the side, you're going to have your XLR. Obviously, it's only one XLR, which is kind of what I'm running. I wanted to run something where I could run this microphone that I have right here, and it's a very easy, simple device, and kind of gives me that idea. Look at this. It's not really that big or anything like that. So obviously, you're going to run your XLR right here. You're going to run your microphone right there, and your USB connection right there. Again, this part right here is going to be sitting in the desk. It has like a rubber piece that it feels really good. So it doesn't feel like it's going to go nowhere. It feels pretty tight, actually. So again, look at how big it is. Just to compare, I want to put my mouse right here from Logitech. And again, not that much difference. So this is kind of what you get. So again, this is going to be just an unboxing on the Wave XLR, kind of what you see in the box, kind of what you expect. I'm going to tell you the quality looks great. All right, and so far has been working pretty good. Big shout out to James75. Thank you, sir. Always appreciate you stopping by and putting comments. Definitely appreciate that. All right, so again, it's going to be a couple different ways for you to mount a microphone like this. And there's two different ways that you could do this, right? You could have something like this that I have right now. I am going to open it up just to show you. Or you could have something such as a little stand, right? And I have talked about this in the past. it's gonna be up to you. Look, I bought this with my own money, right? Really bought this with my own money. And thank you, James. No problem, sir. And it's up to you how you want to do this. But like I say, I pay for this with my own money. This arms tend to be a little bit more expensive. There are some ones out there that are cheaper than this, but this arm has been so amazing, man. It has been such a long time, very very long time, and it continues to work great. Like, this microphone doesn't move. I put it where I wanted to put it and it stays there. This microphone is heavy, it comes with the cable, and it's just a wonderful, truly wonderful arm. The only thing that I done, and it has nothing to do with the arm, but if you look at this right here, like this right there, my desk is actually slippery. I got a little piece of grip paper and I put it right there, and then I put that in top and I tied it down, and it works just fine. But again, 130 bucks. I'm here to tell you that that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. If you're running a podcast that has 6 people, wow, that's gonna cost you a penny. So you could go for something like this, 15 bucks, guy. I got two of them, right? So again, a lot of the stuff that I have right here that I'm showing you is things that I have. So again, I got two of them. They work great. And again, the only difference is that you're gonna have to have something such as a flat platform for you to be able to essentially put your microphone, right? It's like a table for you to put it here and talk to it, right? You can't put like this right here. It gives you more flexibility. You could attach this to a random table, to a random thing, right? The countertop or something like that. So again, it's gonna be up to you. Depends your budget. I mean, both great choices. Depends the look that you want as well. Just remember that when you make videos and things like that, if you do video podcasting, there's a look, there's a frame that you're trying to achieve. Like, you see my frame right here, and again, depends what you're looking for is what you're gonna get, right? So just think about that. All right, I'm gonna show you this right now, and hopefully this makes sense for some of you guys out there. So I have this camera, and I'm gonna show it to you guys because I have it for a long time. I don't even think it's available. Okay, today is available for 700 bucks. Don't buy it for $700. Sometimes it's available for 400 and something dollars. Just keep in mind, do a little bit of research in this. I like this camera. It's not perfect, but at 400 bucks is usually a great deal. The reason why is because it's clean HDMI. It allows me to bring in here. I got two of them, this one, and I got this one up here. It allows me to bring in here. It does not have a mic input, but I don't care because I use this microphone. And for 400 bucks, it's good. Really, 400 bucks is good. It allows me to change the lenses as well. As a standalone camera, not good because it overheats. But as a camera that you can add up to a computer is great. The reason why, guys, I'm going to tell you the reason why is because the work is not being done in the camera, is being done in the computer. And like I said, the cameras last you forever. So I'm here 48 minutes. I'm doing great. I never had any issues with it. Not at all. But not for that price. Really not for that price. Let me kind of show you here. Kind of see. Actually, let's come back here. And you kind of see it right there, right? Here's the camera. Here's the lens. I'm going to show you that lens right there. That lens is a prime lens. And again, I'm going to show it to you. Here's the stand. I'm going to show you the stand too. And here's the battery, the dummy battery coming out of the battery component that is being charged. All that is going to be in the carousel. And like I say, all that is really good. I'm going to show you a couple different things in here. But again, I love that. I think it's great. The camera works just fantastic. But remember, it's all regarding a specific things, right? Like a specific, if you're going for a specific setup like I do right here, that's going to work out just fine. I'm going to show you the lens right here. The lens is as expensive as the camera, but this lens is awesome, right? Sigma 16 mil f1.4 aperture, and it works really good. And check it out. This, look at this. You see that bokeh? That's great. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. So again, it makes the camera look, excuse me, very, very clean. I'm very, very happy with it. Now, if you guys notice, I got the cameras mounted a specific way. I'm going to show you a mount for that right now. Okay, so I got a new desk coming up, and I'm going to be installing this arms right here. So essentially, this is going to be the way that I'm going to connect this camera that I got here. I got another one coming in that is going to connect the overhead camera that I have right here. Again, I'm going to give a try to this company, and let's see how it works. I have my cameras currently
attached to a projector monitor and is like actually screw into the table. With the new desk coming up, I don't want to do that. What I want to do is this. So essentially, if you have minimal space and you don't have a place to put a tripod, or you just don't want to put a tripod, doing something like this could be very beneficial. So this is going to be the V-Gym, I believe, LS10 camera desk mount. Now, like I say, there are some pros on having this. Essentially, you don't need to have a tripod, anything like that. It's going to be really set up nicely. I have my lights, my cameras, everything attached to the desk. But obviously, if you hit the desk or something like that, there's going to be a little bit of movement. So there are some pros, there is some cons on that one. But let's open it up, see what we have inside here, and see how it works. I'm going to give you a quick look at this picture right here, and I'm going to tell you this thing is packaged really well. Okay, so this is what you got. You do have some paperwork right here with some information, giving you a little bit of some of the pictures and stuff like that, how to do it. I think it's pretty much self-explanatory, but in case you have any questions or something like that, you should be able to see it. Lots of picture, which is definitely good. Open it up, you're gonna have the clamp right here, and I'm gonna tell you, just from touching the clamp right now, it feels pretty heavy duty. It does feel pretty heavy duty. Obviously, you can open it up like this. This nut right here feels pretty good as well for the amount of money that you pay. Not bad at all. Okay, I just opened it all the way for you guys to see it. And first of all, I want to point out that there is some type of rubber right here, and there is some type of rubber right here as well. Essentially, that's going to protect your desk, right? And then this right here, they have some threads in there. I'm assuming this is going to screw into this. Nothing else here. Now we have this right here. We're kind of gonna open it up, and again, you get a closer look right here. One of the coolest thing that it has for you guys to kind of notice is that it has this bolt mount here. So that is huge, because typically you have something like this and then you have to buy a bolt mount. Just keep in mind that it's already there included, right? And it does now. Let me open it up. It doesn't feel too horrible. I've seen worse than that. Actually feels pretty okay. I'm gonna use my own because I have a system that I use the same ball mount for everything. But again, more to come on that. Obviously, to open it up, all you have to do is kind of loose it up, and then you could extend it. Okay, I extended it all the way right here so you guys could get an idea. And this is kind of what you have. So again, if I put it here, it's actually quite tall. There's little sections right here that you open up and close it. They have a rubber there as well. And believe it or not, it feels pretty light, like very, very light. Now, obviously, you're going to put this in here just like that. And then you're going to bring this down and screw this down. And this is kind of what you get right there. I'm going to tell you, it feels pretty solid. It actually feels very, very good. So we're going to put it here on the desk. Okay, so there you have it right here. And as you can tell, I could loose this up, bring it back up. And again, I could even go higher than that. So like I say, it goes very, very high. Actually, you can see it right here. I'm probably gonna have it like kind of like eye level. So right here, it will probably be more than enough to tell you the truth. So again, feels pretty steady. Feels like fine. It doesn't feel like any issues or anything like that. Again, just really nice. It feels pretty tight here on the desk. Again, it feels pretty good in my opinion. Okay, so I wanted to put it out here just to show you how it's going to be looking, to give you a really good look if you're deciding to buy this. Obviously, this is going to be on a desk, not here. But again, I just wanted to give you a quick look. I'm going to tell you, so far, guys, I like it.
All right, so again, what I like about this is that I don't have to have a tripod or anything like that. Sometimes tripods are going to take a lot of time or a lot of space in the other side. So again, I love that about it. I don't have to deal with a tripod. Again, it's just one of the best things about it. Now, I'm going to show you the overhead one that I have here as well, because I tell you what, back in the days, this was an issue. Back in the days, this was truly an issue. People used to do all funny things. Again, I've been making videos for a long time. In fact, I do have a pole sticking from the roof coming down where I used to hang up my camera into this camera around. It used to be a lot of money. Now it's not a lot of money at all, which is really, really great. So let me show you this one as well.
Okay, so today I'm going to show you something pretty cool that is going to be fantastic when I set it up here with my new desk that I actually got coming up. And this is the V-Gym LS08 flexible overhead camera mount desk stand. So here's the thing. This thing looks amazing. We're going to be installing this here, and it's going to be primarily what I'm going to use for my overhead camera. My camera is really not too heavy, so it should work just fine, but I want to kind of give you a look so you can have an idea what we're looking at. So just to compare real quick, this is the LS10, and this is just a regular stand, right? This is going to be attached to the desk, and it's going to have your extension right here that you can set up a camera up here, right? So that's going to be for the 10 model right here. I'm going to be using this one as well. And now we have the LS 0A, which is the flexible arm, right? So it's going to be a little bit more. And as you can see right here, this is kind of what you're going to get, right? Now, I'm going to tell you, to me, it kind of feels like you could utilize this just as a regular LS10 if you really want to. But obviously, this one has another extension right here that it's going to come this way. I'm going to show you that as I do the video right here. You see in kind of like the unboxing, you see how it comes wrapped, you see how it comes in the bag or package or whatever, and you can see that it looks pretty decent. Now, you saw that overhead camera that I have, and it's actually attached to the ceiling, which I don't want to do that with my new desk. And I'm going to tell you, one of the only cons when it comes to setup like this is that you got to worry about hitting the desk, right? If you bang on the desk or something, it's going to translate to the camera, and sometimes you can see a little bit of shaking. So again, if you decide to go for a desk mount, just make sure that you don't bang on the table and things like that. Now, there's a lot of advantages, and in my case, it's primarily fantastic if you have a space that is kind of small, right? Because again, by not having tripods, by not having anything behind your desk, you can set up everything in your desk and everything is right there. Everything's compact. You can reduce the footprint or your setup. To me, it's really a fantastic way. And I'm going to tell you, when you have a camera like this and an overhead camera like this, it just improves the quality of your equipment, right? Easily, you could be showing equipment such as this, and you could do shots like this very easy, and then you could come back to your main camera. So again, this thing has a ton, just a ton of capabilities. I love having an overhead camera, and I think it's going to run fantastic. Okay, so here we have it right here, and I already attached it. So essentially, you have your regular clamp right there. That's going to be the clamp. Obviously, it's going to be clamped to your desk, obviously, right? And then you have your first stick right here. This is not going to be extendable, kind of like the LS10 is. Then you attach a second stick right here, and then you could come with a 90-degree and come this way. Now, keep in mind that these connections right here are balls, and essentially what you can do is that you can loose it up, and it gives you some flexibility, right? So you don't really have to come into all the way up and then take a 90-degree turn or anything like that. You could kind of like work it as you need it, right? So if you need to come a little bit closer and then do like a weird turn or something like that, you should be able to do that. All right, just to give you an idea, I did got a bunch of B-roll, so you should be able to see that, but I put it right here for you guys to see. It's connected to the desk right here. You have your first extension here. You have another extension and another one right here, right? So again, this thing right here could be set up how you want it. You could go straight up and then turn, or you could kind of go like, I mean, it all depends how you want it, right? Again, this little balls right here allows you to do some flexibility here. As you can see, I'm moving this around. And again, you do have a little bit of flexibility where you want to put this arm as well. If you can see this thing right here, I tried to bring it closer to you guys. It does move. There is a little screw right there. It comes with a tool that you could tie that up. Another thing that I'm going to say is that you could run it with a ball. I am going to put a newer ball into this because I kind of like them. But again, you don't have to. If you see right here, you do have a ball right there that you could utilize. Again, if you're looking to frame your shot, you should be able to do it with that. Okay, a couple things that it comes in the package as well that I just want to mention. I think these are microphone adapters. I think this is the 1.4 to 5As, I believe, and another one is 1.4 to 3A adapters right here. Obviously, it comes with that tool to be able to lock the sections, and then little screws like this are the one utilized to lock those sections in place. Okay, so overall, it looks like a fantastic arm. This is going to be a first look at this. It looks great. I just can't wait until my table get here and we start setting up the cameras again.
I'm telling you, I've been pretty happy with that. I'm telling you, I've been pretty happy with that. And it's just so wonderful that I don't have to set up cameras or anything like that. So I'm coming up almost to the end. I got one last product that I want to show you. Before I do that, big shout out to everybody out there. If you're watching on YouTube, big shout out to you. Check out the description. It's going to be an idea list right there if you want to see some of the products that I talk about here, some of the other products. If you're watching on Amazon, hit that follow. Hit that follow. YouTube, subscribe. Amazon follow right below the video. So I got this fan right here that I'm going to show you. I run this fan because I got lights there, got lights there, got lights there, got lights back there. So I like to have a fan to kind of bring a little bit of circulation into the game. Let me show you. Okay, so we have this fan here in the house for quite some time. This is a Honeywell right there. And again, very, very cool fan. And like I said, we have it for quite some time. Is the quiet set, so it's pretty quiet. Is again, it has a bunch of different settings: power, cool, refresh, relax, white noise, calm, whisper sleep. And again, it works really, really well. You see right here, it's actually blowing air right now. And because you could put it to rotate like that. If you see it's rotating right now. So it could cover a large part of the room going back and forward, obviously. As you can see right there, it's moving. You see? And I don't know if you notice, but as I go up in the setting, you see it right there, it's switching. Now it's like pushing a really good amount of air right there. Again, a little bit faster. So again, we have this for quite some time, and it's working out really, really well. It's a pretty decent fan. I have done pretty well here for a family. And again, it's super quiet, like very, very quiet. It does come with a control that goes right here. I don't have it right now, but again, the control goes right there. Just for reference, my kid is standing next to the fan, so it should kind of give you an idea how tall it is. And then I'm giving you a whole look right here of the fan. Again, really nice, very stable on the floor, and it blows pretty decent air. It really, really does. And there you have it, my friends. Big shout out to everybody that I watch. If you're watching YouTube, subscribe. Appreciate you watching. Stay tuned. We got lots of videos coming up on YouTube on the Content Creator Tool channels about different things. If you're watching here in Amazon, big shout out to you. Make sure you hit that follow. You guys are great. Hopefully this helped you out in some kind of way. So with that being said, we definitely see you in the next one.